apologize. Some reason it messed in the tuckus. So here are the choices we have. I want to help. This is rather strange, or I agree for now. But we're gonna do this again.
To restore order in a world gone
And
mad.
give me a minute to actually message Chicken Man so he can know exactly what happened.
But the Templars have lost their way. We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
Yeah, I don't know. It just crashed. It was weird. Anyway, so we have these, and then I want to do the, what about the chantry?
But aren't you still part of the chantry?
Is that what you see?
The chantry will take time to find a new divine. And then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many grand clerics died at the conclave. No, we are on our own. Perhaps forever.
And there we go. We had the star. That was a special. You always want to find those specials because they will add something to the story. And basically what that one said is we don't have the chantry anymore because the chantry will wait for a new divine, and they will wait for their order, and they follow that. They don't think on their own. They believe in whatever. Not really. This is a whole game. Like, if you want to check my previous gameplay, you will see kind of what it is. The reason why I talk so much is because I've played this before, and again, if you go back, you will see, like, I am way ahead. And then I'll say I want to help.
If you're truly trying to restore order, that is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
And we shake hands. There we go. So now we are a part of the Inquisition. This is where it actually starts. That was just the prologue. Actually, I don't know what is the prologue. It's just me, there's a lot. Ta-da! That's our head group. You don't play any of the characters, but they do control, the Haven. They work at the Haven, those 4 people. I think 4. Yeah, 4. Liliana. You'll see him in a second. Well, not a second, but... Actually, no, you've already seen that guy, Varric. He goes with you, in fights. Same with Cassandra. As you can see, we're sending birds everywhere. And our new decree is being posted on our door. And I have no idea what that says. If anyone can understand that language, please tell me. And if it's not, scribbles, please let me know. And there's Cassandra. Alright. Wait, you're leaving? Okay, bye, Chicken Man. Or whoever left. I was going to leave. I don't know. Oh, I see ya. Also, these live streams will stay up. Yeah. Dragon Age Inquisition. Like I said, that was just a prologue. This is where it gets fun. Okay, so as you can see, my outfit's changed. Hoorah! And I got this nice little tail thing on me. Now, I'm not going to go straight to where you're supposed to. I'm actually going to go and say hi to some people. So basically, I know where most people are. And this is Solus.
The chosen of Andraste, the blessed hero sent to save us all.
Now, here's the thing. In this game, what's really funny is you can do romance things with people. Yes, you can fall in love with someone in this game, which is awesome. But Solus is probably the most difficult person to get through. If you do something for one person, he's most likely going to disagree to you another time, or during that time. And in my other game, I screwed up bad because I did try to get Solus or another person that's going to come along much, much later in the game. Solus is someone that you get in the beginning, so you have it's kind of a higher chance to get a relationship going with him, but it's very difficult if you make the wrong decisions. I screwed up bad when I decided to hire, quote unquote, the mages. You can choose either Templars or mages later on, and I thought it was going to bring them into the Inquisition. Nope, I accidentally imprisoned the mages, which wasn't my intent. Yeah, not a good thing. And Solus got so pissed that it immediately went from, neutral, a close friendship to immediate hate. Immediate. Not a good thing. So I'm going to try to not do that this time. And what he said was, the chosen of Andraste, a blessed hero sent to save us all. I'm going to say I'm not a hero. I could say I hope to be one, or sounds dashing, but I'm not a hero.
I've no interest in being a hero. All I want is to find a way to seal this breach.
Pragmatic, but ultimately irrelevant.
Wow. Ultimately.
I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars, both famous and forgotten.
Ooh. We're gonna say, you study ancient ruins?
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Ooh, he slightly approves.
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death. Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
How can you sleep there?
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
Ah. That's impressive, that's valuable, or that's dangerous. Let's say that's impressive, because let's not say that he's a risk taker.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of finding remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything. I will stay there. At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Okay, so if you don't get what's going on right now, I'm going to give you a bit of backstory on this. Basically, there's a war going on. You'd have to play the entire set of the games in order to completely understand. Also, they add in a character which I think is freaking awesome. But I don't think it's going to be the same as my other game, because my other game had a personally set world that literally had every single person that I had created in the game. But you'll see why that was important, and they asked you if you wanted a default game or a world that you make later, much later on, all the way to the point where I was. You will see that later on, and I will explain where that comes from when the time comes. But I'm not going to spoil it, because when I first found out about it, it was freaking awesome. So basically what's going on is, long ago there was things called Darkspawn. They existed in the Fade. The only thing that could bring them out was an archdemon, which oftentimes took the form of a big ass dragon. Yeah. And think Dragon Age Origins, you had to fight the dragon. I have not finished that one yet. Dragon Age 2, not Dragon Age 2, Dragon Age Awakening, which is like a extra of that. You fight in a fort, and it has a lot of the characters from Dragon Age Origins. Basically, yeah, you have the link there immediately. That ties very well together. You see some of the characters, you hear of some of the characters. You hear of one of the very first enemies in Dragon Age Origins, depending on if you choose human or elf or dwarf. If you're a human, you will know the Hool family. And the Hool family basically killed your parents. He is your first enemy. The Darkspawn kind of comes second. Kind of. Hool is kind of a side enemy. And I don't know about elves or dwarves, but in the human, on the human route, you can just, figure him out immediately, because, he's the one that was quote-unquote friends with your family, but he killed your family. And you go out to become a Grey Warden, and thus you fight Darkspawn, blah 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 blah, and something happens to the whole family. In the Awakening, you actually are in the old Hool fort, and that's where the Hools lived. But seeing as the Hools were killed, I think it was his son or nephew, I'm not sure, but he does try to steal from the group, the group of the Grey Wardens, and that's where the tie is. In Dragon Age 2, I don't know exactly where the ties are. But I do know that there are Darkspawn in it. But it's not an archdemon that brings them out. It's a kind of like very strange for these people. Let's see. I keep mixing them up. Oh wait, no. That was I think that was Awakening. Dragon Age 2, I don't know completely, but you do have this character whose family was just, like, their home was taken over by Darkspawn, and I do believe there was a archdemon. I do believe. There were very few Grey Wardens in that version, though. So you can kind of see from Dragon Age Origins all the way to Dragon Age 2, you can see easily. Yeah, I'm just kind of giving like a backstory to this entire thing, because Inquisition is, Dragon Age is an entire series. I'm trying to explain without going too much into it. But so basically, Origins, you had a ton of Grey Wardens. They tell you there were millions of Grey Wardens, and then it went down a whole bunch already. And you still had a decent-sized group. But yeah, like the game is really, really good. I advise Dragon Age entirely, wholeheartedly. It is probably one of my favorite games. And if you do want to play Dragon Age Inquisition, the reason why I'm trying to explain it is because it does link to its predecessors. It links a lot to them, actually. Whether it's very secretive or, like, obvious, like what I was talking about for when my actual character, not this one that I'm recording with, the character that I've done for a year or so. Granted, I had tried a lot of times to get through things, and that was the first character that broke through a certain part. But there's like a very obvious link to Dragon Age Inquisition and Dragon Age 2. And Dragon Age 2, you have, a girl or a guy, it depends on whoever you choose, and their default name is Hawk. Yeah, it's really good. It's like, I want you to just watch this gameplay because they kept most of it the same, but Dragon Age Inquisition, I must say, out of the whole group of them, is probably the best one, because one, it's easy to follow, most of the time. There are a few parts where you have to kind of, step back and see, what's going on, but other than that, it's pretty easy to follow. And if it's one of those points where you need to step back and see what's going on, I will try to explain as much as I can. Wow, I've been talking more than I've been playing. Okay. But yeah, just a heads up, it does link, so, and the other Dragon Ages, yes, it is very easy to follow. It gives you a lot of story to it. There are some, it's an open world, which is really good. All of them are open world, I think. Yeah. But at certain times, they do force you to go through certain things for the story plot, and you don't kind of, skip through it. But, I mean, it's really good. I think it was Dragon Age Awakening that I had some trouble with, only because of what it is. Grabbing a water? Yeah. Because I did start choking on the first live stream of this. Like the first part that crashed. I did start hacking away. But yeah. Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution. He says that mainly because we're an elf. He kind of understands. If you're a mage or an elf, it's easy. Yeah. Let's see. We could say Cassandra will protect you. We have bigger problems, or your fears don't matter. Oh, that's heartless. I forgot about that one. We're not going to be heartless. And we're not. Two of these are absolutely heartless, and then the other one is Cassandra will protect you. Let's just go with Cassandra will protect you, because I don't want to be a heartless little evil woman.
Cassandra trusts you.
Yay, he slightly proves.
Put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the
I just realized he has a shoe. Did you guys see that on his neck? He has a shoe on his neck. I've been playing this game for as long as it's been out, and I just barely realized that. Well, that just shows how observant I am. Yikes.
Told me that he can't let the herbs go for anything.
Actually, I think they meant for that to look kind of they wanted people to like relate it, and I think, anyways. Patient observations. Day 2. That's us. We saw day 1 in the last video. Day 2. Pulse normal, breathing normal, still unresponsible. Careful drop feed of prep. Elfroot extract to hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing, mutters about too many eyes. Huh? Okay, apparently we had a bunch of eyes staring at us. Something about the gray. Ooh. That's... Ooh. Percent games in the combat system. Like most games have like a nice little safe spot. But there's a few safe spots, but at the same time, there's not many. Like here, it's pretty safe until a certain point, which I will get into later. It's a lot like life. I will say that. You will have parts where it's... okay. Anyways, here we go.
Does it trouble you?
Does it trouble us? Okay, we can be brutal and say, I want it gone. We can be stuck up and say, it's fine. We can be confused as, where does it come from? Happy-go-lucky, not anymore. Or sympathetic little wimpy, it didn't close the breach. Now, I was going to be the happy-go-lucky, sympathetic bits. So we can do, where does it come from, didn't close the breach, or not anymore. So, Chicken Man, why don't you choose? We can either be happy-go-lucky, very sympathetic, or a ditz. Which one do you want to do? I want to add my, my audience into this one. Sympathetic? Okay. It didn't close the breach.
If it wasn't enough to close the breach, what use is it?
You did everything we asked of you.
And it still didn't work.
What's important is that your mark is now stable, as is the breach. You've given us time, and Solas believes a second attempt might succeed, provided the mark has more power. The same level of power used to open the breach in the first place. That is not easy to come by.
Ooh, we can say that sounds dangerous, sounds like fun, or you have an idea. I'm gonna go with sounds like fun.
What harm could there be in powering up something we barely understand?
Hold on to that sense of humor.
I don't know. Probably when I started rambling.
May I present Commander Cullen, leader of the Inquisition's forces.
Such as they are. We lost many soldiers in the valley, and I fear many more before this is through.
This is Lady Josephine Montelier, our ambassador and chief diplomat.
I've heard much. It's a pleasure to meet you at last.
And of course, you know Sister Liliana.
My position here involves a degree of...
She is our spy master.
Yes, tactfully put, Cassandra.
Can't even say it. Tactfully put. Okay. So, now we can say a pleasure, impressive titles, or why am I here? I'm not going to be a ditz this time, because, I mean, that's not a good first impression, so I'm going to say a pleasure, instead of... I know what happens when you say impressive titles, they'll say not as impressive as yours, because you're called the Herald of Andraste.
Pleased to meet you all.
I mentioned that your mark needs more power to close the breach for good.
Which means we must approach the rebel mages for help.
And I still disagree. The Templars could serve just as well.
We need power, Commander. Enough magic poured into that mark.
Might destroy us all. Templars could suppress the breach, weaken it, so...
Pure speculation.
I was a Templar. I know what they're capable of.
Unfortunately, neither group will even speak to us yet. The Chantry has denounced the Inquisition, and you specifically.
Oh, yeah, this is interesting. So what's happened is basically mages are having troubles, and so are Templars. That is the main goal of this chapter. I'm going to call them chapters now. Even though they're not really chapters, it's more like a book with the amount that's in it. Most best strategy. Whack the bad guy in the face. Yeah, I don't think you can do that to the Rift exactly. The Rift is actually, Chicken Man, did you see the previous Inquisition live stream? If you didn't, you may want to check that out. Just giving you a heads up, you may want to check that out so you can understand what's going on. Because this is a second part to it. Yeah, so if you want to check that out, you can. If not, just after the live stream. Actually, I can tell you it on Discord later on. Okie dokie. See, Chantry has denounced the Inquisition and you specifically. We can say they still think I did it, or that was quick, or does that matter? Let's go. That was quick.
That didn't take long.
Shouldn't they be busy
Like I
arguing
said.
over who's going to become divine?
Some are calling you the Herald of Andraste, and that frightens the Chantry.
Ta-da.
The remaining clerics have declared it blasphemy, and we, heretics, for harboring you.
Chancellor
Okay.
Roderick's doing, no doubt.
It limits our options. Approaching the mages or Templars for help is currently out of the question.
The Herald of Andraste?
Just how am I the Herald of Andraste?
People saw what you did at the temple, how you stopped the breach from growing. They have also heard about the woman seen in the rift when we first found you. They believe that was Andraste,
Even if we tried to stop that view from spreading,
which we have not.
the point is everyone is talking about you.
It's quite the title, isn't it? How do you feel about that?
Ooh. Quite the title. Like I said, you are called the Herald of Andraste. You are a big person in many people's eyes. Good and bad. I personally do not know the specific meaning of Herald, but it's kind of like a hero. Kind of. It's like a hero sent from God. Kind of. In this case, the hero sent by Andraste herself. We can say we like the title. It's unnerving. They're wrong, or I don't know. I like it. I don't like Herald. Personally, I'm with people who don't like that. Ouch. Anyways, so I'm not going with unnerving or like it. I'm gonna either go with I don't know or they're wrong, because oh gosh, I can't spoil it. I'm trying not to spoil this for you guys, which is true. Or I don't know. Let's go with I don't know. Keep them on their toes.
I'm not sure how I should feel.
The Chantry has decided that for you, it seems.
People are desperate for a sign of hope. For some, you're that sign.
Yeah.
And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong.
Wait, what? Okay, she's speaking way too quiet. And to others, a symbol of everything that's gone wrong. Ouch! Apparently, I'm the symbol of everything that's gone wrong. That's not good. Could we be attacked? So I'm the problem, and the breach doesn't worry them? I'm gonna go with the breach doesn't worry them.
They aren't more concerned about the breach, the real threat.
They do know it's a threat. They just don't think we can stop it.
The Chantry is telling everyone you'll make it worse.
There is something you can do.
A Chantry cleric by the name of Mother Giselle has asked to speak to you. She is not far and knows those involved far better than I. Her assistance could be invaluable.
Mother Giselle. That sounds like something from another story. If people know like that story, then you'll know where I'm talking from. But it's not her. Don't worry about that one. She is very old and frail. She is not dead. Let's see. I'll talk to her. Why would she help us? Or that could be trouble. I'll talk to her.
I'll see what she has to say.
You will find Mother Giselle tending to the wounded in the hinterlands near Redcliffe.
Look for other opportunities to expand the Inquisition's
Yep.
influence while you're there.
We need agents to extend our reach beyond this valley, and you're better suited than anyone to recruit them.
In the meantime, let's think of other options. I won't leave this all to the Herald.
Okay. Alrighty. Operations. Now we're getting into the whole actual gameplay. Now this is our main place of action. Not including fighting, of course. This is not the fighting operations, because if it was, trust me, I would not play this game. So operations. The war table allows you to apply the power of the Inquisition throughout Orleans and Ferelden. So left is Orlais, right is Ferelden, as you can tell. Orleans is blue and formal, while Ferelden is the wildlands, so it's red. Mother Giselle is in the hinterlands, which can be found on the Ferelden side of the table. As you can tell, these are two entirely different maps because of the
My
split.
scouts still comb the hills for clues about the explosion. I'll take what I can find.
Okie dokie. Nice. So there are two maps. There's Orlais and Ferelden. They both match up perfectly, kind of, if they put them together properly, but they don't care about that. War Table. The Inquisition can unlock new areas for you to explore throughout the scouting operations. That item, perform the scouting operation for the hinterlands on the Ferelden side of the War Table now. That item means it's a place where you can head to. So, here's my little cursor, the thing that's going in circles. It's a little eye, which is really, really awesome. Scout the hinterlands, cost 1. We have 1 power. As you can see, we can use connections, but not right now. Not participating in this mission. Forces, which aren't participating in this mission. Most of the time, they will have all 3 participating, and you cannot have one doing 2 things. You can only send connections to one. You can only send force to one. You can't send forces to one that to like 2 different ones, or secrets to 2 different ones. Now secrets, and they give you kind of writing. I'll read the thing under secrets right now. It says, these cards basically represent different things. Yes, they are all in your favor most of the time, and they give you options. You can either solve things through connections, secrets, or forces, or you can do forces is often Cullen. Secrets is Liliana, the spy master. Cullen is the forces header, and I forget her name. The woman was a noble until something happened to her land, but she is good with connections. She's the person that you talk to for nobilities, connections with other people. But in this case, we are limited to only 1 because it is kind of like the tutorial stage. Underneath secrets, it says, if Giselle dies, any hope of the Chantry support dies with her. My scouts will slip past the fighting, find her, and protect her with their lives. It will do that for each one. I won't be reading all of it. I might read it some of the time, and people are creaking upstairs. And then scout the hinterlands, which is the big box. Okay. Well, she's seen in the hinterlands, and we're heading in. And here we go. And there we go. We just saw a little bit of combat between Templars and mages, and those are the scouts. Whoop, there's the birdie. Inquisition birdie. It is fugly as all hell. And those are the injured people. That there is Mother Giselle. That is the woman we need to snag into our group. Avoided the fighting as best we could. It's every bit as bad as we feared. Yada yada yada. New area unlocked. Venture forth. So we'll have Varric, Sanja, and Solis. Confirm. So they will fight with us. Now we're about to get into the combat. So get ready for this. Define Destinia the 5th. Dispel and spell purge abilities. Instantly destroy demons. Something about characters' attributes. I did not get to read that. How lovely. Okay. So we're going to have a little bit of chat here, and then we're going to get into the fighting. I'm going to kind of try to sum this up a bit better. Because if I try to explain absolutely everything... Whoop.
I've heard the stories. Everyone has. We know what you did at the breach. It's an honor to meet you, my lady. Inquisition Scout Harding, at your service. All of us here, will do whatever we can to help.
Harding, huh? Ever been to Kirkwall's Hightown?
I can't say I have. Why?
You'd be Harding and... No, never mind.
Ugh.
Okay, you guys don't understand that, but that was a very, very bad joke. We can say, pleased to meet you, you've heard stories about me, and what's the word out here? Please, no, what's the word out here?
What's the situation out here in the hinterlands? We came to secure horses from Redcliffe's old horsemaster. I grew up here, and people always said that Dennett's herds were the strongest and the fastest this side of the Frostbacks. But with the Mage Templar fighting getting worse, we couldn't get to Dennett. Maker only knows if he's even still alive. Mother Giselle's at the crossroads helping refugees and the wounded. Our latest reports say that the war's spread there too. Corporal Vale and our men are doing what they can to help protect the people, but they won't be able to hold out very long. You best get going. No time to lose.
What's funny is most dwarf females look like dwarf males in almost any type of game or movie. It's a bit interesting, but okay. So here's the layout of, the battlefields and stuff. You can see we have some people here. We cannot control these guys. These guys kind of just stand here and protect. Ram! Aha! Down it goes! Yes, you can hunt. I don't think I got anything from that. Oh, this thing. You see this little thing that's going from me? It can read into different things. Huh. Oh yeah, these exclamation points are side things. Also here, I do believe we can get the Royal Elf Root right here. So you can grab different items like Royal Elf Root, and as you can see, if we click that, things light up. So you don't have to look at an empty house.
That may be worth investigating.
Yeah. Take. And there's nothing else in here, so off we go. Now, as you can see, I have a boss-ass little bow. Well, not little bow, but long bow. And if you press R2, it'll start striking. And everyone will immediately pull out their weapons.
Mother Giselle should be somewhere nearby.
Yeah, it is. Woo! We got some iron and fade touched iron. Okay, and on the map, on the bottom left, you can see like this little triangle thing. And up there is a fort, I think. Yeah, I think it's a fort. And you can see this purple thing. This is our destination area.
Inquisition forces. They're trying
Now
to
we're
protect
into the fighting.
refugees.
Looks like they could use a hand.
So I can turn invisible
We are not apostates.
and run around.
I do not think they care, Seeker.
And we have certain skills that we can use, as you can see on the bottom right. They take time to, you know, boot up, and we can get loot. I just got a hand hammer, and some gold. Got 7 gold. And there are many different types of enemies or allies. You can have the warriors with a shield, well, sword and shield, warriors 2-handed weapons. Varric and I are rogue archers, meaning we use bows. And then there's rogue daggers, which
We
use,
are not
of course,
Templars.
daggers.
We mean you no harm. Doesn't look like they're listening.
And these guys are absolutely crazed with murder. So no matter what we do, they are going to think we are enemies. And they will just try to kill us in
Be
never
ready.
blast.
More coming our way.
Whoa, Templars! And as you can see on the top right of the screen itself, yeah, you can use, I'm a rogue archer, which I am often good at. Ow! Oh, I forgot I don't have roll. I don't have dodge. Ow! My serpentine's not working either. Serpentine! Ow! Eat. Okay, yeah, that doesn't work. I don't have dodge on this one. I need to work on that. Why are you focused on that one? Like this one. Also, the reason why I don't like to stay near fire for too long is you can get fire damage. Yeah. Not fun. No, there's, you can't, dodge normally, without the item. Basically, I don't have it, on this character. But on my, more advanced character, I had dodge, which I'd often just, you know, press circle for, but as you can tell on here, I have nothing on circle. Yeah. Anyways, as you can see, I'm like gathering as much loot as I can. There we go. And there are a lot of people that are injured. And we have a Inquisition flag. I think it's Inquisition. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it out in a second. Yep, see? Inquisition. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it out after this.
Who can heal your wounds. Lie still.
Don't touch me, Mother. Their magic is...
Turn to noble purpose. Their magic is surely no more evil than your blade.
What?
Hush, dear boy. Allow them to ease your suffering.
Mother Giselle.
I am. And you must be the one they are calling the Herald of Andraste.
Okay, you asked
I'm
for
told
me.
you asked for me.
I know of the Chantry's denouncement, and I am familiar with those behind it. I won't lie to you. Some of them are grandstanding, hoping to increase their chances of becoming the new divine. Some are simply terrified. So many good people, senselessly taken from us.
It was a tragedy.
What happened was horrible.
Fear makes us desperate, but hopefully not beyond reason. Go to them. Convince the remaining clerics you are no demon to be feared. They have heard only frightful tales of you. Give them something else to believe.
Let's see. Appeal to them.
You want me to appeal to them?
If I thought you were incapable, I wouldn't suggest it.
Will they even listen?
Let me put it this way. You needn't convince them all. You just need some of them to doubt. The power is the unified voice. Take that
I don't
from
know.
them and you receive the time you need.
It's just how they did it.
It's good of you to do this.
I honestly don't know if you've been touched by fate or sent to help us, but I hope. Hope is what we need now. The people will listen to your rallying call as they will listen to no other. You could build the Inquisition into a force that will deliver us or destroy us. I will go to Haven and provide Sister Leliana the names of those in the Chantry who will be amenable to a gathering. It is not much, but I will do whatever I can.
And there we go. Yeah,
Corporal Vale is coordinating the Inquisition's efforts in the area. We should speak with him.
okay. But first off, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We are going to save, and we're going to get out of this. Yeah, no new save game. Thank you. Okay. Well, that's all for today. I know this was pretty long. Almost 3/4 of an hour. Yeah, except for besides the whole rain messing up the entire recording, that was awesome. So we'll pick this up again another time. Hopefully when it's not raining. So yeah, I will see you guys all in the next video that I do, hopefully. Yeah. My streams are normally about this long. I don't make them too short or too long. Bye. Whoops, didn't mean to take a thing. No, stop it. All right, bye guys.